Hello and welcome back to our Mandala campaign. Thank you for all your comments in between episodes. Let me know all the things about Mandala that I don't yet know. I haven't quite internalized all of them, but I have read them and we'll get to them as we get to them. For instance, the Mandala county or Mandala tributaries counting towards counties for creating titles is interesting, and that's one that I didn't know about before. So this is, if we have a look at an empire, you'll see, and this is maybe the most confusing way they could show it. It says, this is how much you own, this is how much you need to own, and then here's your tributary counties, which will then count towards this. However, you also need 5,000 piety and religious icon in order to do it. I mean, if you have 5,000 piety, you probably got religious icon anyway, but yeah, that's some difficult requirements for an empire. Anyway, we're going to ignore all of this stuff for just now, because we're at war. We are at war with our sister? Half-sister. Yeah. She has 2,000 troops, we have about 2,000 troops, so we are stronger, but she has an ally, she has 3 allies she's yet to call in, who will add about double her strength. So I'm definitely going to call in my allies to this war. And, yeah, then we'll think about what we're doing. Might call in my allies and raise my troops here. Let's do that. Raise all. And then we'll go slowly. Just while we start. Oh. Didn't mean to be on the edge of the screen there. Okay, some enemy allies are joining. So how much did she call in? Not a lot. Okay. That's good. Been swaying this guy, by the way. He's my tributary. Was I going to convert him? I was going to convert him. Yeah, I think that was going to convert him anyway. Or was... yeah, I will demand conversion now. I think that's why I was doing it. Sometimes I'd forget why I'm doing things. Although it could have been to make him accept being a tributary in the first place. Anyway, we've converted him. Do I want to change these? Can I change these? I can totally change these if I want to. He'll be outraged that I did it, but I could change these so he pays me some tax. He can pay me 0 instead of 0. I mean, come on. That's a good amount of tax we'd get off it, or that's a good amount of money we'd get. Anyway, we'll leave that there for just now. I'm going to stop swaying him. I'm going to assume that I have no reason to sway him anymore. Let's go in here and just stop that one. Right, clear that out. War. She is a woman now. Alright, yeah, this is the albino person we married into our family a while, or married into our court, I guess, a while back. Oh no, this is the one we married into our family. I see. Then she's the daughter. So we can confess our love or set aside these childish thoughts. I need to confess my love because we need another 2 children. So anything we can do to make that happen is good. Let's head over here. Affections were scorned. Well, we'll persuade her. Seems okay. I mean, we are a religious head. If it's not okay, we'll make it okay. More than friends. Kahaya and I make our way through the castle town of Tidori. As we come upon a square of a lovely fountain, we stop to take in the bustling activity all around us, our entourage momentarily fading into the background. Toss a coin and wish for romance. Remember that we value our friendship or will not jeopardize this moment. Are we actually friends? No. Okay. Well, I'm going to toss a coin and wish for romance. Hey, we got budding interest. That's plus 15%. It's still at 5% overall, which means that there must be some negatives to this scheme. Is loyal to her husband and loves her husband. That's kind of boring. Anyway. Let's head here and let's siege. I don't really know where they're going with their army. Oh, is that their army there? Yeah, so they're sieging, we're sieging at the same time. This person wants to be friends with me. My chancellor and vassal. Okay, that's fine. How long is this siege going to take? 17 months. How long is their siege going to take? 5 months. Okay, well that's not going to work then. Wait, whose army is this? Wait, whose army is this? You're in a completely different situation. You're You're my vassal. Okay. Apparently we're hostile with our own vassal? Wait, no, yours... Oh, those are slightly different. We're hostile with the person who my vassal is at war with. Okay. So you don't matter. This matters. Okay. I would love for my ally to drop some troops. Yeah, ideally on my island. That would be good. Okay. We got out. We're going to get defending in a straight crossing, defending in jungle here. You are the best person to lead. Let's go. Okay, my ally doesn't know what he's doing, but he might attack in here, which would be good. We have more champions. We have less troops. Okay, we're actually doing a huge amount of damage to them here, because our advantage, I'm assuming, is incredible. Yes, we're getting 270% extra damage because of the straight crossing and the jungle. Okay, that actually went really, really well. And because we have an aggressive leader, we should have done extra damage to their troops. Yes, they've lost 1,000, we lost 165. Now, I could white piece this immediately. What do I get if I enforce demands? I get 17 gold. Okay, so I can get 17 gold, or I can just white piece this immediately. Yeah. It's costing me how much to have these troops raised? It's cost me what? Well, yeah, it's probably costing us like 7 every single month to have these troops raised. So after 3 months, it will not be worth it. Am I going to win the war in 3 months? No. So I'm going to white peace. Yeah. I don't care. Like, we're getting nothing out of the war if we push it further, so might as well just white peace. There we go. Fine. And now I can disband this army if I go home. Hopefully. Let's see. Okay, we're going to stress out my child. And we're going to disband this army. Right. Cool. Okay. Well, we're now on to waiting for children, I think. Yeah, we could divorce our wife. I'm thinking that we should divorce our wife. Yeah, I think we have to. I think we have to divorce our wife, unfortunately. It's just the way things have to be. And then we need to remarry. We are remarrying for somebody who is lustful. Yep, I love that even with my misspelling it got there. Okay. No inheritable traits. Is lustful the best one for us? 25%. The other one was, what, beautiful, people said? That's what people said was the one I was thinking of. It's just 30%. Okay, so you're 0, so that'd be 16 years out. That's too long. And then the other one after that would be pretty. Or handsome, whatever. Yeah, again, it's going to take too long and it's not as good as lustful. So let's go lustful. And then sort, but let's do some other things in here. So let's say that they have to be an adult. Which all of them are, apparently. Fertility's fine. Let's say healthy. Religion and culture don't matter. Inheritable traits? Nobody. Okay, has any of them. Okay. Let's go for this. We lost one person from our search. Okay. Well, what's the best alliance we can get? Is it you? Okay. That's my tributary. We're going to get an alliance with this person who's all the way up there. Well, you're not going to help me anyway. My tributary I don't think matters. Okay. Maximum age of 25, just to cut out some more. Now we got 4 people. Okay, so we got 2 options of alliances. Don't care about that one. This is my tributary, which I don't think matters. So if we don't want an alliance, it's one of these 2. Let's go with this person. Trusting, lustful, brave. Let's go with that. That will lower my legitimacy rank. Okay. I want gain. Let's go gain on that. Okay, so you're literally the only option then. Yeah, if I don't want to lose legitimacy. Okay, we get an alliance. It's useless as an alliance, but that's fine. Let's go. We have now married. My brother was taken prisoner. He is this person's prisoner. Okay. I could pay his ransom. Yeah, you know what? I'll pay you 10 gold to let my brother out of prison. Seems acceptable. Okay. Cool. Right. Next. We are now married. Should we seduce her? Yeah, let's seduce her. Oh, but that was not my other seduce scheme. So yeah, we'll leave that running. Okay. Cool. The meet. I made sure to pass through Tidor on the day of a practice jousting meet. Upati Kaheya's officers are milling about, instructing young champions. I find Kaheya wandering among them. Whatever intentions I had, her attention is clearly on her duties as lady of these soldiers. Okay. So she is fickle, arbitrary, and patient. Thoughtful, thrifty, malicious. Malicious? That worked. Hey, we got an extra 20%. We're still at 5% overall because if you add all the numbers together, it's still less than the minimum. Hey, new Mandala ritual. Baron cattle. Where is it? It's over here. Well, let's go. That's actually 100% safe. If I stop hiring those, a little dangerous. Okay. Let's go. Right. And we're off. And we've arrived. Baron cattle. O great and divine king, hear the plea of my village. Make our cows bear calves again. He gestures to the villagers to bring forth great garlands of colourful aster for the ritual. So the ritual will last a month. So we stay here for 30 days. We get development growth here. We get piety and legitimacy. Week long is 7 days. Or we can just say I'll stay for a day. Yeah, let's stay and increase development growth. It's not like we're doing a ton else. Tutor has educated our child, and I need a new steward. Well, that can be my brother-in-law, who's really good at the job. Right. And now we head back. Are we going to attempt to seduce her with a 5% chance? Of course. I misjudged it. Apparently she wasn't interested. Shocking. Right. Talk to confidant. No, I'm going to seduce my new wife. There we go. Right. Let's go. Hearts and minds. I've been made aware that Queen Kainam is very close with her father, Count Rabon. Gaining his favor might help me catch Kainam's attention. I'm not going to give him a hook on me. I'm not going to pay off his loans. I'm just going to say that. Okay, I don't care, basically. It's that one. Tutor has educated our child. Okay. Start a legend? No. The dance. I'm attending a dance, not simply because I'm lord of the castle, but because I want to see the queen there. She looks resplendent, and when we finally have a moment to ourselves, I offer my suggestion. She is fickle, deceitful, and lustful. Playful, thoughtful, greedy, malicious. Malicious? What's an evening we had? Okay. You want to build a pool for the carp? I'm going to say go away. My money is my money and I'm not giving you any of it. New Mandala ritual? Let's go. Okay. Let's go. We're on our way. Derelict ship. Not interested. Embracing the creator. Creation. Life is brittle and it is our duty to care for it as best we can. If we care for life, animals, nature, it will strengthen and empower us tenfold. I look around as we tend to the local flora. Children, adults, elders all come together to celebrate life. The children gleefully digging in the dirt with their makeshift instruments, planting seeds. One of the more zealous attendants, Mipu Sindok, sweat dripping from his brow, smiles and looks at me with anticipation as he awaits his new instructions. Revere me or bask in glory. My legitimacy is apparently below where it should be. So, bask in my glory. New stewardship perk. Okay. Let's grab, probably tributary taxes? Yeah. That seems good. Now, I think that multiplies the actual tax a tributary gives you. It doesn't add 10% to the tax, if that makes sense. Like, if we go and look at our tributaries contract here, it only multiplies this bit right here, as in this total. It doesn't increase contribution. Oh no, it does say it increases contribution there. Oh, okay, I see how it does it. Okay, so, okay, so no, it increases the contribution percentage here by a percentage of that. So it doesn't add 10% to this contribution, it gives you 10% extra on it. So if we were to move it up, it would be at 2.5, it gives us 10% of 2.5. So it's not a lot, basically, is what I'm getting at. Anyway. It can be a lot, it just isn't at our current amount. Under-equipped. I'm going to just lower my stress. Yep. Don't care about raising our stress there. Okay. Carrying on. A special Dharma talk. On occasion, the chief priest is expected to give a talk about the concept of Dharma in the palace. It is usually a long event, structured and full of chants and formalities, accompanied by a lavish offering for the speaker in recognition of her labours. Today, however, chief priest Tarate of Humba appears somewhat tired. Standing in front of the royal audience, she simply declares, "The king already knows all there is to know." With that, she chants the usual passages to conclude the talk and returns to her seat. I can say, well done, give her her offering. Only reward effort, or I don't reward laziness. I'm just going to choose this. That's fine. We'll choose the option that lowers our stress. My beloved wife, we have seduced her. Fantastic. We are now going to romance her. And I'm going to go with my gut. And we now have a scheme to romance her. Wonderful. We're basically doing whatever we can in order to get a child. Do I want to pay 10 for this milk tooth? Not really, but I guess I will. Then I'm going to, well, I guess equip it. Yeah, I guess there's no reason not to equip it there. Okay, because I have a space free for it. Okay, well. Continuing to wait for children. Do I have any concubines I can get rid of? Yeah, I have a concubine we could get rid of here. Oh yeah, this was me just looking at the who the conquerors were in the world. So we have Canon Borno, Baltic Empire, Ireland, Saffarids, and Lotharingia. Okay, anyway. That's not too useful for our current search. Say unmarried women in our court. Sort by age. So we have some nieces who are unmarried, but that's not really, yeah, anything we can do anything with. We could marry off our nieces, I suppose. We should probably marry off everybody in our court. Yeah, let's do a court marrying off session. Right, you. Find spouse. Wait, yeah. Find spouse. And then I need to reset this. Reset to defaults. Marriage court. Sort by prowess. You're going to marry this person. Person with the highest prowess available. Although I should also just check whether there's inheritable traits available. Yeah, okay. You're going to matrilineally marry that person. You're my concubine. Next niece. You are going to sort by prowess. Actually, you're going to matrilineally marry that person anyway. You're my concubine. You are going to marry that person. Okay, from this point on, it doesn't matter whether they have inheritable trait. Actually, I guess it still does. They're still useful to have, but there's not going to be any children from these marriages. Let's just put it that way. Oh, you're my concubine, I see. Sort by prowess. You're gonna marry that person. Next. You. Remove that. Sort by prowess. You're gonna marry that person. And then you. Sort by prowess. You're gonna marry that person. Wonderful. Right. Let's do men in our court. There aren't that many who are unmarried. So our son is betrothed. Our nephew. Inheritable traits. You are going to marry my guest here. That's okay. You, my nephew. You're going to marry this person. A champion. There is nobody available for you to marry, so let's go sum of all skills. Marry that person. Yep. And then you. There should be nobody who you can marry. Oh no, there are, because there's still some at the edge. Okay, that's fine. There you go. Marry. I thought I was going to have to increase the age range, but that's okay. So we're all saying yes to this. Wonderful. Okay. Poetic license. Okay, so how does this poem suit her? Fearlessness, ambition, faith. None of these fit her. I'm going to say poetry is not my strong suit, because I don't know what the right answer is. Submit to suzerain. My half-sister, after declaring a war against me, would now like to be my tributary. And I concede my imprisonment reasons on her. Oh, okay. That would be fine, yeah. Yeah, I accept it. So she's now my tributary. Wonderful. So now, if I go and have a look at our empire... Okay, so it shows your tributary counties separately. Why does it show them separate? Yeah, it's a weird way for it to show you them. I'd prefer if it added them up for you. Obviously, I can add them up and say we have 25 out of 67, but I'd prefer for it to do that for me. Anyway. We now have our sister as our tributary, and our realm now looks like it's part of our realm. Can I just change the tax here? I can. She'll be a little unhappy, but that's okay. Yeah. She's not going to pay me very much in terms of tax, though. Yeah, I think I'll take the hit, though. Right. Also, I'm going to send a missionary to her court. There we go. Right. Increases my piety a little bit. Romance. Lady Kinnam, let me prove my devotion to you in any way you deem fit. I've been plagued by nightmares lately. If you're truly devoted to me, you will stand guard outside my chambers to make sure no evil reaches me. Okay, you'll sleep undisturbed. That's fine, I'll take the minor health penalty. She's well rested. Sprouting flowers is somewhere here. Oh, it's in our tributaries realm. Okay, interesting. Mountaineer. There we go. Let's go. And now we're traveling. And... Sprouting flowers. Oh, why have you forsaken us, king? Our seedlings have been choked by pitchers. Not a single field has been spared. Without grain, we will starve. You must walk barefoot through the fields to tell the earth what should grow with it. I say you need more than that. Send rice from the capital. Okay, so we lower development growth in the capital, but we raise our legitimacy to true. We get fertile fields here, which is nice. I'll walk barefoot, or I shall kiss the earth, but no more. I'll give you grain from the capital, and that raises my legitimacy to level 4, which is nice. Okay, cool. Definitely want to raise our legitimacy up as much as we can. Rulers might become tributaries. Oh, okay. You might become a tributary. If you liked me more, you'd be more likely to say yes. Okay, what about the other one? Again, if you liked me more, you'd be more likely to say yes. Let's send you a gift. It's going to stress me out to send you a gift, but that's okay. You would say yes to just being my tributary. Wonderful. Let's do it. He's accepted our offer of tribute. Hey, we're starting to expand a little bit. I'm going to become so stressed, and I'm going to go for expected tribute. Mental break. I'll use my... hey, new tributary. Nice. I was going to say I'll use my confidant to ignore the mental break. And there we go. We've expanded even further. So now if I check my empire, we're 10 tributary counties. Nice. Okay. And I can exact tribute from them immediately. You can send me gold? Yeah, send me gold. The other one? You can also send me gold? Yeah, both of you, send me gold. Uh-huh. Wonderful. So hopefully they arrive some point soon with some gold. The Wild Hunt. Am I going to... Am I going to romance my wife? Sure. The scene before me is not expected. There is a stag, yes, but it's on the ground and arrow struck between its eyes. Kinam lowers her bow as she turns to face me. What's this about, High Shaman Samara? Do you think me incapable of defending myself? She did not accept our romance. Alright. In which case, concubine? Oh, she's pregnant. Fantastic. We don't need to seduce her. You're also pregnant. Hey, we don't need to do any of this anymore. In 9 months, I was going to say in 9 months or so, our problems will be solved. There's our daughter called Try. And, Priya Kurnia strides into the great hall, saunters up to me and presents his tribute with a sycophantic smile. Raising eyebrows, the servants examine a handful of coins and ornaments that constitute this minor tribute. We won't fill our coffers, but at least Priya Kurnia has fulfilled his tributary obligations. Now what benevolence shall I bestow in return? Trade posts? Or reaffirm you as the true ruler? I can give him legitimacy for this. I'll give him legitimacy, it costs me nothing. War declared among my tributaries. I don't think I care, but maybe I do. I reaffirm you. I reaffirm you, I say to this person. I can join a war against my tributary. No, I can't. Yeah. Okay, well, basically I can't do anything about it. That's fine. Extort subjects? Definitely. Let's definitely go with tyranny. I don't really care about tyranny. I don't think it even affects tributaries, does it? Tyranny? Nope. Okay, fantastic. So this is good. How about you? Would you be my tributary? Maybe. Soon. Why don't I start swaying you and see if you would say yes? How about you? Again, yeah, maybe, but I can only sway one at a time, so that's fine. And next child. How long have you been pregnant, wife? 8 months. Okay, another couple months to go. Prayers for the God King. As my court Brahmin, Wangi, concludes the day's official business, she begins to bless the court with verses of the Anumodana, the standard chant to close out the day. Just as rivers full of water fill the ocean full, even so does that given here benefit the hungry dead. A question suddenly burns my mind. Do I dare breach etiquette? Say, why do the dead deserve such merit? Don't let the intrusive thoughts win, or better interrupt with a better last line. Do not let the intrusive thoughts win. I have a son called Bayou, and we can now contribute the right of worthiness. Fund and start the great project. So now in 4 years, I am going to have a capsule temple complex and get a whole bunch of stuff as well. Wonderful. Well, that seems like a good point to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.